Hi. I've been cleaning all morning, so I'm a hot mess. Um, and this is video 3. Um, I kind of just watched the second video to see where I left off, and I will try and pick up where I left off. Uh, Sitting on the couch again. Ooh, ooh. Been cleaning my ass off all morning. Uh, Put a mask on my face. Ooh, it feels so soft and smooth. So, where did I leave off? The San Luis Valley. So a friend, this is, I know, weird. These new weird bras. I went to Victoria's Secret and I got all these new weird bras, and they do these funky things, but I think they're cute. They're cute. I'm all about. I love doing boy stuff, but I love being a girl. Like I love pink and bows. It's just all there is to it. But I love working on cars too. Anyways, I left the San Luis Valley. I had a Jeep friend that invited me up to stay in the outskirts of Denver in Aurora. And I went to visit and I decided to stay. I really liked Colorado from being in the San Luis Valley. That was, I don't know where the camera is. I don't know where the camera is on this thing, so I'm just going to look in the middle. Like I said in my last video, the San Luis Valley is amazing. It's beautiful. It's magical. It really is magical. There's more portals in the San Luis Valley than there is anywhere else on Earth as far as in one spot. And you can feel it. The mountains talk to you. The mountains definitely hold knowledge. This whole RV journey was part of my awakening, part of my ascension process. I was searching. I wasn't searching. I was allowing the universe to bring me what I needed. And that's all you get anyways. You can search all you want and you're never going to find unless you, this is my thoughts, surrender. Surrender to the universe, you know what I'm saying? And let them bring you what you need. Again, that goes back to your team and your guides and your higher self and all that good stuff. And you have to have direction. You know, you have to, and be open. You have to be open to everything. Because if you're not going to receive it. And I want to receive everything. So I went up and stayed in the Denver area. Got my driver's license. Got a Jeep. And I stayed there for about a month and a half in the land of the living. Got a job. And I really thought I was going to stay in Colorado for a while. I decided, after speaking to my youngest daughter on the phone and not liking the tone in her voice, and I could tell she needed her mommy, I booked a flight after I sold my RV twice and made a pretty penny off of it. I mean, not like a ton of money, but I made, $5,000, and what the fuck did I do with all that money? Because it is gone, and I only sold it like a few weeks ago, a month ago. So, about a month ago. I'm glad I did. My RV, although it was structurally sound as far as, not structurally, it was not structurally sound, it was engine sound. It had a good engine, which was my main objective when I bought it, was it had to have a stable engine. And the second people who bought it from me blew the engine up in 2 days. I was freaking out. I'm like, really? Like, it didn't even have 63,000 miles. Well, it was like 2 under 63. So 63,000 miles, I think. And, it sat for a month in Denver. And so when I first got there, it was really, really hot during the day and super cold at night. I mean, it even snowed there in June. So, or May, end of May, beginning of June. I guess they didn't check the water, the fluids, the radiator, all that stuff, and they blew it up. They blew up the engine, which is a damn shame, but not my problem, right? I mean, I felt bad, but I didn't have a problem with it. Um, I put $2,000 into my, well, probably about $3,000 into my Jeep. That's where most of it went. And then I flew home, like I said, after having a conversation with my daughter. I flew home to St. Louis, even though I always said I didn't like St. Louis. It's very green and hilly here and beautiful, and there's a lot of caverns. It's the cave state. And I spent some time with my daughters and my granddaughters and contacted some of my friends. I needed a couple favors, lawyers and stuff while I was here for one of my daughters. And I realized when I went back that everybody that loved me and had my best interest at heart was here in St. Louis. My friends, my family, my parents and siblings are all in Houston. And then my children, my grandchildren, the love of my life, my other half, are all here in St. Louis. People in Colorado did not have my best interests at heart. They were, whether it was through a job or friends or, acquaintances, they didn't know me well enough that there wasn't love there for me. And I realized there was love for me here. And when I left on my journey, I didn't see the love here. I didn't. My eyes were like this. I had blinders on. And so my aha moment didn't happen on my visit. It happened when I got back to Colorado. And I looked around me and saw what was in my reality. And I didn't care for it. I felt very controlled. And when I left my ex, I felt very controlled. And so this must be a feeling inside Gina, because I realized after being in Colorado and Denver, my ex did not control me. He had my best interests at heart. So I guess this video is telling you about my eye-opening experience at the end of my RV journey. I have not ended my 2017 adventure, nor will I. I plan on staying on this adventure till December 31st. I went out and bought a tent when I sold my RV. I went out and bought an air mattress so I can still go camp, wolf, do whatever I want to do, just do it in a tent instead of an RV, which is absolutely fine by me. I went and lived with preppers in the summer of 2014, and I lived in a tent that summer. So I took baths in a redneck hot tub. You leave it out all day in the sun, then you take a bath in it at night. So, this isn't my first rodeo doing this. The goal behind this, besides waking up, finding myself, was to learn to live with the land. And I have wanted land and an adobe home and solar and wind power for many years now. 4 or 5 years I've wanted to live with the land, and I've been going out chasing this, not the dream, but the information to live the dream. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge, the experience to live the dream. And so that's pretty much what all this was about. And finding Gina. I've always, the last 18 years I've been with my ex-husband, and I still call him my husband for the most part because we were together 18 years. We've separated numerous times in there. We got married and divorced in there. I don't need a piece of paper from a religious and political order to tell me I'm married to somebody. You either are in love and are faithful and treat that person well, or you don't. It's simple. This is a piece of paper, folks. It's a calendar. You know, this is going to tell me you're married and you have to be faithful and blah, blah, blah. Hell no. That doesn't mean anything. This means everything. So, and that's just my views. You know, this is all my views. So, after I got back from my short visit here in St. Louis, back to Denver, I was going to stay and da-da-da-da. And then I had a dear friend from St. Louis come visit me, drove out there, and I realized that I just wanted to come home. So I wound up full circle. Well, not full circle, because I was living with my ex before I left. And, part of my journey was leaving him. And part of my journey was realizing I didn't want to be away from him. And like I said, I wasn't out there dating. I wasn't out there in the bars. I wasn't out there humping guys. I really spent time alone. I fell asleep every night by myself when the sun went down, and I got up every morning by myself when the sun came up. Well, unless you count my dogs, because I wasn't completely alone. I had 2 little fur balls that loved me with me. But so now I'm here. This couch is where I'm staying, so I'm rooted here a lot. I am staying with my youngest daughter and looking for land. I am going to finish out my adventure with the desire and goal I've had the last 5 years, with taking the experience from my journey and putting it in motion, to have the life I dream of. My goal life, my dream reality is some land, some chickens. I love eggs. I can't help it. Some chicken, and I love animals. I want space for my dogs to run. I don't want them to have to be in a fenced yard or on a leash or on a run, I want my dogs to be able to come and go as they want, go patrol my property. The nice thing about dogs is they're pack animals, and in our travels, everywhere we went, they had dogs, and their dogs would teach my dogs how to patrol the area, how to walk a perimeter. And yes, these dogs really do that. They walk the perimeter at night. They keep you very safe. All the birds that they had, the chickens, the pigeons, the duck, and the geese, they never lost one to an animal, because they had 3 Great Pyrenees that patrolled their property. So, not only are dogs like man's best friend, my best friend, they sleep with me, they eat next to me, they're the loves of my life. Here's one right here. Hang on. Her gonna be mad because I'm waking her up. Oh. But this is Rosie. She's an alpha dog. So I really learned that's a real thing. Oh, her smells so good. I got her groomed yesterday. Oh, just a big fluffy baby. But, my other boy, Bruno, go ahead. He learned how to patrol the area. He learned how to protect me. He knew to come in at night when the sun went down. And there he is, barking. He knew to come in at night when the sun went down and all that good stuff, and how to take care of the land. So, when we start out on our land that we find here, we've got a good foundation to start with. And my boy, I'm going to show you him. Hey, thank you, boy. Thank you. Okay, shh. Thank you. Thank you. And I learned, to calm him down a little bit. Tell him thank you. We hear you. Chevy, hey. Chevy hasn't learned yet. Bruno has. So he's learned. Hey, thank you, mister. This is Bruno. Oh, this is Bruno. All right, so my video is pushing 15 minutes. Peace and love and light. Catch you on the flip side. Bye.